Oh, boy. Okay, so if you hear me use the term line extension, it's an old marketing term, probably page 36 on your textbook, standard textbook. Line extension, when I say it, it's exactly what you would think. But line extension is creating more use of the product and then communicating more use of the product. For example, I would just say this is a classic example, and it's smart. I mean, sometimes line extension is smart. It helps a business sort of offset those dips and valleys of seasonal products and things like that. Is anyone getting bored yet? Okay, it's going to get better. I promise. It's going to get better. But famous line extension strategy was several years ago when Gatorade was launched an entire ad campaign, a successful ad campaign, by the way, during cold and flu season. What do you want to do in cold and flu season? What is it your doctor's going to say to you all the time? What does everybody know? Stay hydrated. So they really extended, see what I'm saying? Extended the product for another use. They didn't reinvent the product. You're extending the use of the product and communicating it. All right. So here we go. Kellogg's, as of the last 24 hours, there's one slight problem. Well, there's several problems with this. You might find nothing but problems with this. I would say this will be a classic example of the CEO stepping all over the launch of something. One, are you offended by what Kellogg's is doing? Do you think it's an effective, students? Do you think it's an effective strategy? Do you think it's a good idea? Point blank. Just asking the question. Are you offended by it? Then if you want to judge the ad itself, do you find the ad stupid, silly, creepy, ineffective, very effective? How would you rate the ad strategy of this? So before we even get to the CEO, in a classic example of learn to shut thy face, America. Just shut up. I got to tell you, I think the ad's terrible. But I don't know, to be honest, I don't know of a more effective way to go about telling you and your family to eat cereal for dinner.
Buffering.
This would be buffering. That's what, very technical term there.
When I say cereal, you say dinner. Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Chicken!
You can have the night off, chicken.
Okay, I'll go marinate.
Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Wait, what? Yeah, that's it. Dad is kind of in the doorway of the kitchen. Kids are at the table. Mom's at the table, which of course is unlike any house I know of, but whatever. And Dad, there you go. They got a cereal box. What is that? What cereal is it?
Frosted Flakes.
Fruit Loops, and Mini Wheats. Frosted Mini. We got to get a lot of frosts because Americans need more sugar. Okay, in the middle of the table are those 3 boxes of cereal. Let's do it again. You now get the idea, right? You do get the idea. Dad's yelling out, what a great night this is going to be. 3 boxes of cereal in the middle of the table.
When I say cereal, you say dinner. Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Chicken!
You can have the night off, chicken.
Okay, I'll go marinate.
Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Is that Tony the Tiger's voice? Okay, so Tony the Tiger is yelling at the kids. All right. Well, you get the idea, don't you? I think it's pretty clear what the plan is. We're extending, got it? Line extension. You would get this right on the first multiple choice tests or the Scantron one. Don't cheat in my class either, by the way. Don't look over there. They were cereal for dinner. This is not an accident. I promise you it's not an accident. It's not somebody just felt like doing it one day. Nobody, you failed the class if you do feelings. You're backed up by data, and I suspect the data says obviously the data is saying 2 things. 1, why not? 2, it's less expensive. And that's true. Any good decision is going to be made on the economic environment. Okay? You don't make a decision otherwise. And the economic environment is pretty tough because stuff costs more. Why not eat cereal for dinner? Some of us eat peanut butter and jelly for dinner, so why not? It's less expensive. But they don't say that, do they? It's implied, I think. It's an alternative, I think. It's telling you, hey, look, here's the cheapest dinner you can have. But they're not saying it. So then the CEO does say it. The CEO of Kellogg, which is usually not a stupid person. This is not some loser that came in off the street and said, hey, I know cereal. You can't be a total goofball and be the CEO of Kellogg. But did he just ruin everything? I think you could argue he might have. Not a good plan. Whoever is in charge of public relations, you need to be drinking right now because the boss just screwed everything up. According to CNN, Kellogg CEO Gary Pilnick, because this is on the heels, of course, of the ad campaign. Let's play the ad one more time so everybody gets it. Tony the Tiger's voice.
When I say cereal, you say dinner. Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Chicken!
You can have the night off, chicken.
Okay, I'll go marinate.
Cereal.
Dinner!
Cereal.
Dinner!
Okay, man. You know the chicken part, really? I mean, you need to do that? That was weird. All right, so what does the CEO do? He goes on CNBC. This is the CEO of Kellogg, Gary Pilnick. He said the company is advertising cereal for dinner to consumers looking for more affordable options. Are you offended by that? And I'm not kidding. Are you offended by that? I mean, is it really so awful? let me defend him a little bit here. I mean, what do you want him to do? Don't eat the cereal? That's his job. He's extending the brand. He is providing you an option. He is telling you, listen, they're not pretending. At no point did they say that it's broccoli. And don't start this stuff about how badly what do you mean? We're fat. We're a fat country that eats horribly. Are you going to accuse Kellogg of taking advantage of us, of tricking us? I'm pretty sure Americans were getting fat with or without Kellogg. But is it wrong? I mean, he's just saying, if you can't afford the other stuff, why don't you just eat this? Chicken's expensive. They're clearly... I mean, I would love to read the report, and I would love to be sitting in the conference room. I would love to hear this pitch. Boss, here's a graph of the cost of chicken. If we can get Americans, if we can take 4% of the chicken market, chicken consumption away from that and shift to cereal, we're going to, improve our bottom line in Q3 by, whatever. I'm sorry, what are we doing? We got Tony the Tiger is selling now against chicken. That's right, boss. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to take on the chicken head on because chicken is expensive. So, all that is fine, right? Until he says, now this is where the blowback started. I kind of agree. I don't think you need to come out and say, you guys don't have enough money, eat cereal, okay? I think you probably could have left it as implied. So he says, give chicken the night off. He's doing all this stuff. He's trotting it out there. He says, look, the cereal category has always been quite affordable. It tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. Okay, stop there. Is that offensive? That's exactly what his company, this is what I would tell people. Listen, if your company's going to take a position, own it. Stick your face in front of it and own it. If you don't have the guts to own it, don't get in the business. So the dude is owning it. Hey, you're strapped, eat cereal. Okay. He's out there. Okay, now 26 groceries, of course, are 26% more expensive. There are several reasons for that. Many of them you'll hate me for, but part of that is that idiot Donald Trump who decided to put tariffs on products. That didn't help, but that's not the only reason. And so then he said he gets pushback from the CNBC interviewer who says, wait, are you encouraging customers to eat cereal for dinner that could, quote, land the wrong way? His answer, no. It's landing really well right now. Cereal for dinner is something that is probably more on trend now, and we would expect to continue as the consumer is under pressure. Consumers spend 11.3% of their disposable income on food, the highest level since 1991. Now, where I come from in a class, you would study that data and you would say, let's take it on. Here's an opportunity. Stick the cereal in the middle of the table. CEO, get out there and say no chicken. If you're strapped for cash, eat some frosted whatever tonight.